Well, it's me. That is Zion.
At a 9720.
And today we're coming to you on Y14, the Royal Family, with Righteous Reaction, episode 10 now, about ridiculous behavior. Shall we begin?
Yeah.
Okay, now our first clip is chosen by Mr. 720. Check out his grandma, okay?
Mother is behind bars after attacking family members on Thanksgiving Day in Southwest Memphis. Good evening. I'm Mandy Rock. Daryl Green and Darcy Thomas have the evening off. This all happened on Delta Road around 3 this afternoon. Fox 13 Sierra Jordan breaks down the moments leading up to this incident.
Police say a grandmother stabbed two of her family members after a verbal argument happened inside their home on Delta Road. The neighbors I spoke with were shocked to find crime scene tape blocking off their street as they were celebrating Thanksgiving with their loved ones.
And it's just kind of unfortunate to have to go through this on Thanksgiving Day.
James Stevens and his family were enjoying their Thanksgiving Day meal until they were interrupted by the sound of sirens coming from outside.
And we come outside to see all the yellow tape around. Got the street blocked off down there.
Those sirens were police responding to an aggravated assault at a home on Delta.
Okay, so I want to say one thing before we continue with this clip. Now, the man who was being interviewed, he said it's unfortunate they have to go through those things on Triple Thanksgiving Day, right? So, how do you think the natives felt when they were infringed on and they were murdered on this massacre day? They don't have a story that they can actually openly and tell you right now how they felt, but the fact that this man could display how he felt and make it feel like it's overpowering their situation, that's a no. But let's continue.
Road just after 3 p.m. Police say a woman and her mother were arguing about various things, including the suspect pushing her son. Then police say the grandmother attacked her with a knife she got from the kitchen. The victim suffered abrasions to her left hand. Just moments later, the suspect then struck her grandson with a knife in his left hand near his thumb. That is when the grandmother ran away from the scene before officers arrived.
The violence around Memphis is still very high. It's just, you have to watch yourself on every corner and right here in our own home and neighborhoods. Family getting together, family, friends, feasting. Never this.
Now, Memphis police say the grandmother was heavily intoxicated and possibly drinking at the time of the incident. They say she is now in custody. In Memphis, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
All right.
All right, 720.
Hey, they said she ran.
She ran. She had to be young. Because I know any grandma
running. No, that grandma, man, that
she's a runner. She's a track star.
She got to be a young grandma or something. When you running from the police and you running, you out, you cut your daughter, the child, and run and get away from the police.
And getting drunk. She getting bent.
Wow.
All right, now, so let's go ahead and jump into our precepts, okay? So the first precept that I'm going to come with is, of course, going to be from law. It's going to be Exodus chapter 21. Verse 16, and I'm going to tie this in with today's tragedy. And it states, my correction, because I messed up right there. My apologies. Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 6. See, I'm my whole video ahead. Anywho, it says, grandchildren are the crown of their elders, and the glory of children is their parents. So, with this video I just saw now, it's safe to say that y'all grandma ain't like y'all. Okay? But she sure made sure to do exactly what that day commemorates, a massacre, by doing her civil duty, trying to take y'all out. Okay? Now, one thing I want to point out is, do you honestly think, Israel, that you're going to inherit the promised land by siding with evil, doing such acts as this, trying to attempt to kill somebody, especially children, which is supposed to be innocent children? I don't think so. And furthermore, to explain it, Yahweh don't think so either. Well, he stated in Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 34 through 35, when Yahweh heard your loud complaint, he was angry. He vowed, not one of these men, this evil generation, shall see the good land that I swore to give your fathers. Now, once again, if this grandma out here sided with whatever notation she having in her mind to go and attack her grandkids to include her own children, she sided with evil. Y'all ain't gonna put an evil person in the promised land so you can try to attempt to murder the racist people. That ain't gonna work. And the last precept I have for this triple X tragedy, which y'all should not be celebrating anyway. Okay? So y'all kind of deserve this little situation. I'm just gonna say y'all kind of did, because y'all learned the ways of the heathens.
They're putting the curses on the dancer.
Thanks. It's going to be Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. And it states, once again from Torah, your law, you shall not hate your kinsfolk in your heart. Reprove your kinsmen, but incur no guilt because of him. So, with that being said, this old woman had an evil eye towards her own people within her home. If she had a dispute or whatever the case may be, she should have been woman enough to be able to communicate that with her adult children, and then have her adult children reprimand if they needed to the grandchildren. That's how she should have done it, not wait until she was on XYZ type of drinks and stuff like that to have her spirit condemned and violated, to her go out here and do some effed up mess like this, and now she out there running from the popo. You shouldn't be out there drinking that much to be running. I know when I was growing up, family, my grandma wasn't thinking about no moonshine. She was not. So the fact that y'all out here doing this, y'all had children too young. That's what y'all did. And then y'all children turned around and had apparently children too young. So now y'all older. Well, really not that old, because you got to run like track stars. So technically, the moral of the story, stop celebrating daggone massacres and stuff. That way you won't be having no massacre in your own daggone house in your picture. You got to turn 720.
Hey, all I can say is I know she was a follower of JC. Because she was showing the actions of Matthew 10, 33, 34, and 35. When he say, go against your parents, go against your children, and all that stuff right there. So I already know. That's why she went against her own people, because she followed him. She follows JC. Okay. The precept that I do got on this is Deuteronomy 12, verse 30. Take heed to thyself that thou be not ensnared to follow them, after they are destroyed before thee, and that thou inquire not to go after their gods, saying, how use these nations to serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise. Also, see, here it goes again. I'm not saying you shouldn't use the tablet, man. Just mess me up.
Oh, that's okay. It's all right that it is not acting properly for you, but we're going to act properly with
basically what I was trying to say is, since the tablet messed up, I ain't even use it. Don't follow out the other nations, man. Israelites don't do that. We don't do that. We don't serve no pagan days. Don't eat that turkey, and that's what you get, because you turned up eating them collard greens and them chitlins. And them chitlins got in her brain, and she just stabbed up everything. I'm done talking about that food.
Well, I guess we done talking about this food. Next clip. All right, family. So this next one coming up.
Voice, using your words.
All right. So let's get it straight so we can go ahead and handle this.
A menacing kidnapper flees down the street. In his arms, a toddler just snatched from a playground. But not so fast. Big sister to the rescue. Look as the brave 8-year-old races after the kidnapper. She won't let him get away with her baby brother. And not far behind, her 10-year-old brother, also in hot pursuit. He's still got the baby stroller. Now the Wright kids, yep, their last name is actually Wright, are being credited with doing the right thing by thwarting the kidnapping of their little brother. It happened in the small town of Sprague, Washington, population just 500. 8-year-old Delisha and 10-year-old Brendan were playing in a park near their babysitter's house. With them, baby brother Owen, who was just 22 months old. The kidnapper grabbed little Owen and took off. A surveillance camera outside a grocery store captured the frightening figure running down the street. He almost looks like Frankenstein. Delisha screamed her head off as she followed the real-life monster, drawing the attention of these teens.
It really turned into blood-curdling screaming.
When you kind of pick up, there's a girl running behind him. He's running down an alleyway with a kid. Things don't look right.
Okay, I want to say something real quick, family, before I forget. Now, this is my question to all the parents out there with children 10 years old and under. Where the hell was y'all at while these kids at the park? They said they were playing at the park beside the babysitter's house where the babysitter lived at. So that means if the babysitter supposed to be watching the kids, she ain't doing a good job either.
The babysitter song getting high.
Off her own supply. So yeah, things like this wouldn't happen if you were actually around your kids being a parent. Okay? And have some responsible adults watching your children. But let's continue.
And grabbed a 2-year-old baby child and was running with it. And the little kid started screaming.
Kathleen Beatty, the personal safety expert known as the Safety Chick, says making a racket is exactly the thing to do in such an emergency.
Using your voice, using your words, screaming, yelling, help, stranger danger, this is not my father, can be the difference between life and death.
The kidnapper was so worried he put Owen down in a vacant lot before escaping. A little boy who now has 2 new heroes in his life, Big Sis and Big Brother.
Instill in your kids that when they are out in the public, that if some adult comes up to them, they need to have that gut reaction and go the other way and yell and scream as loud as they can.
All right now, that clip was chosen by me. That is saying.
By her.
By me. Okay? So I'm going to start it off with the precepts that I was originally starting off on the wrong clip, but oh well, I'm about to run it home now. Play close attention. Exodus 21, verse 16, and it states from your Torah. He who kidnaps a man, whether he has sold him or is still holding him, shall be put to death. Okay, so did you or did you not just see that man running with that little baby being pursued by 2 other children? So if they got the attention of the other teens that was out there to help them stop this kidnapper, y'all should have been beating that kidnapper butt. That's what y'all should have been doing. Don't let him run off. Yes, good, he put the baby down. But don't let him run off. I wouldn't care. All y'all should have jumped on his butt. Because y'all can't very well, take his life. But y'all could have get him real good.
Yeah, but
y'all held him there.
The little kids were brave, though.
That was brave. That was really brave. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, that's punishment for that. In the eyes of Yahweh. That's punishment. Okay? All right. Now, let's continue. I'm about to give you some wisdom. We're going to go to Psalms chapter 35, verse 10, and it states, all my bones shall say, Yahweh, who is like you? You save the poor from one stronger than he, the poor and needy from his despoiler, meaning a robber. Okay, so what did Yahweh do? He did exactly what he stated right here in Psalms 35, verse 10 now. It was a situation going on, right? And Yahweh put in this little children's mind frame, hey, stranger danger, right? Let me go out here and try to get my baby brother back from this Nimrod, who's trying to despoil rob, take, steal from them. Okay? And Yahweh stated what? He will save the poor from one stronger. Okay? He did that. All right? Yahweh speaks and his words do not come back void. He holds his promises. Okay? You got anything to say in between? Did I say a mouthful?
As you seen, the babysitter was careless. She wasn't doing the job, so she needed to be fired. You know what I'm saying? So that was that's WPS stuff.
Definitely so. WPS. Well, hold on now. Okay, blame it all on WPS, but sometimes
yeah.
Our people, we need to straighten up. Don't be out here on these dang sitcoms and stuff, these TV shows and these news stuff being talked about like this.
So what I can just say is, he that keepeth the commandments keepeth the soul, but he that despises the ways shall die.
Death.
Facts.
Is real. And Yahweh is the only one that will bring that. Okay? And I'm saying, I understand people, they go out there and commit, murders and things like that. But you have to understand that Yahweh is the one ordering it. You have to understand if it's going to happen, he's ordering it. And he's the only one that can undo it. Okay?
Right.
Okay. So we got one more clip playing me and then we're going to get out of here. And it's going to be about a cartoon now. And y'all need to be watching what the heck y'all children watching on these TV shows or what is it called? When you want to look at the show before you even introduce it to your child. What is that called? It's a word for that.
Sneak preview.
Yeah, sneak previewing these things before you display them in your living room or putting them on the TV so you can leave your child alone to watch these TV shows because their child is all up in your hair. I know how y'all do. Okay.
Before they play this, a disclaimer, this for educational
only.
Got leaked. Whoever did that, you're an angel. So the episode focuses on Brooklyn, a trans girl playing on Lunella, that's Moon Girl's alter ego, volleyball team. I think it's interesting that the main character isn't an athlete in this, but the water girl, or as she puts it, hydration expert. However, when the opponent team shows up, their coach catches wind of Brooklyn being trans and tries to use her Karen powers to have her way.
Your team captain used to play on a boys' team.
What you're saying isn't news, and also that I don't care. Brooklyn is a girl, and she's gonna play.
I love this man. Do me, coach. Do me right here on the desk. I'll...
Pause. He say she a girl, right?
That's what he said.
Time out. Wait. Hey, so listen, y'all, listen. If Brooklyn died right now, in 1,000 years from now, archaeologists find the bone. Thus, bone is not no female bone. This bones is going to be him and his real name when they do the DNA. Mm-hmm. But let's get back to this video. That's a dude, not a girl.
Thanks.
So, good on this episode for also including a non-binary character to really show the spectrum of gender nonconformity. So before long, the coach goes full libs of TikTok and locks the whole team in the locker room, and they have to solve the puzzles in order to get out. After they go through several challenges, they find themselves still stuck inside, as Coach Karen constantly rigs the rules against them. Brooklyn has a moment where she breaks down and thinks she's the problem, and her very existence is wrong. So far, from what I've seen at least, I believe this is the best showcase of what trans people go through, and how hard it can be for them just to be themselves. And something made for kids, at least. I think this scene is important, as I'm sure plenty of not just trans people, but LGBTQ plus people in general, have felt something similar to this. You just want to live your lives and be yourselves, but all it takes...
Question. How can you live your life and be yourself if you trying to reenact a life that really ain't yours? Huh? You were created to be a man, and now you want to be a woman. What the heck make you think somebody's supposed to be accepting to that when it's against the law? Isn't that abhorrent to Yahweh? Huh?
It's abomination.
Straight abomination. Continue.
Is being shut down from something to make you think, am I the problem? But then something beautiful happens.
Brooklyn, you don't have to bottle this up and take it on all alone.
It's just, how many doors? How many doors do I have to break through until they stop locking?
No.
You see how big his hands is? Well, he supposed to be a girl. Man.
How big your hand, baby?
Your hands like mine.
That's a little.
People crazy, man. Hey, don't let y'all turn and watch stuff like this, man. Real, stop.
Taking me out.
Then let us support you the way you support us.
I don't want to make my problems yours. I don't want to be a burden. We're here for you.
Yeah, Brooke.
Let us step up for.
All right, family. This too, I came with. This is clip I chose. Now, let me go ahead because y'all know I be talking too much. All right. First precept, and I'm doing straight law on all this crap. Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 2. Okay? And it states, no one whose testes are crushed or whose member is cut off shall be admitted into the congregation of Yahweh. You ain't going there. So you having a dang surgery thing to cut up your snip of your nutsticks. You want to turn it around and make a split for a female, but you were really a man. Just know your anal ain't going to Zion. You're not going there. You are a whore and you are an abomination. And I don't care how you feel about it. Okay? Let's continue. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. And it states, do not lie with a male as one lies with a woman. It is an abhorrence. Now, the reason I chose this precept, family, is because I noticed that the Muslim girl, you see that girl right there? With the head wrap and stuff like that? Okay, she is one who I will presume follows Torah. Okay? Because that's what y'all supposed to do, right or wrong. Okay. And now, if she is following Torah and she's accepting this type of mess like this, kind of that LGBT stuff, community like that, well, isn't she in fact going against her creator, Yahweh?
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Because I know to include that the Torah also states this, Deuteronomy 13, verse 5, which it may read different in other people's scriptures if you know, depending on what book you read. Okay? It says, follow none but Yahweh, your Eloheka, and revere none but him. Observe his commandments alone and heed his orders only.
Only.
Worship none but him.
Only him.
And hold fast to him.
Him.
So you little Muslim girl on this cartoon show, this moonwalker or whatever the heck y'all want to call yourselves, are you or are you not? It's a cartoon now in violation. Now, if you take it from the cartoon aspect, you put it in the real life, some of you Muslims is still in violation. Stop it. People like you who are subjecting yourselves to this type of behavior that you're not supposed to be in agreement with, look, first of all, like a daggone fool, but most importantly, it shows that you have covenants with things in the spirits that you ain't supposed to have them with. Okay. All right, 720, your turn.
I only got one thing to say. Leviticus 20, verse 13. If a man lies with a male, as what they wanted, both of them have committed an abomination, and they shall be put to death. Their blood is upon them. Listen, the cartoon need to be cut. Everything about the cartoon need to be cut about it. All the writings, all the scripts for that cartoon need to be burned.
Yes.
All those abomination. All the people that's on the screen that's playing a cartoon is abomination. They're all unclean. Parents, just watch what your children watch, please. For real.
Now I will say this makes you look back and look at this network Disney, because this is actually where this is aired at. Now they said they only doing 2 seasons of this show, right? So now it makes you look at what we've stated before, as well, and I'm pretty sure is what the community has noticed as well, that our children, our Yaladim, are being hit extremely hard by Babylon. Extremely hard. So we need to do what we need to do as far as keeping our hand on our Yaladim. Even though we know Babylon, the governments, and all that type of stuff are against us being righteous parents, according to Torah, the way we're supposed to be, we still have to keep our hands on our children. We still have to, because they're the most accessible as far as mental wise, to be able to see this stuff and try to reenact this in their everyday life, thinking this is okay. To include the fact that some of Yaladim, they grow up with having the same sex parents inside their homes, which is absolutely not okay as well. So, with that being said, like 720 stated, watch what your kids watch. Watch what they watch. And we definitely will come on any platform and continue to say that, because it is in regards to our Eloheka Yahweh, who is actually the creator of all of you. Whether you believe him or trust him or not, he is still your creator.
Facts.
All right, that's all I want to say.
Hey, I'll give a shout out to all the subscribers.
Okay.
Thank y'all for your support. All the ones who like the videos, who've been commenting and everything. Keep the algorithm up. Keep liking the videos, sharing them, you know what I'm saying? Y4T is a family-oriented channel for the Mishpacha.
Facts. Now, if you want to be dealing with Blade over here, go to Ep10. Okay. All right, you want to deal with some real talk? That is Zion.
Go to her channel.
All right. We love y'all, family. Shalom Barakah.
Shalom Barakah. Layla told.